Hi there and welcome. My name is Deborah Laron and we are going into lesson number 2 in the Course in Miracles today. But before we do, I like to start every session off by reciting the prayer on page 28 in the Course in Miracles. Now, if you don't know about this book, let me tell you, it's a pretty wonderful experience and it will change your life if you let it. And that's kind of the key to everything. You have to be willing to be open to new experiences. All right, this is the book. Let's see. Yep, that's the book that I'm using. And it is the one that Helen Schuckman originally scribed. There are lots of different revisions to the book. Doesn't matter what one you use, all paths lead to truth. The prayer on page 28 is, I am here only to be truly helpful. I am here to represent Him who sent me. I don't have to worry about what to say or what to do because He who sent me will direct me. I am content to be wherever He wishes, knowing He goes there with me. I will be healed as I let Him teach me to heal. I love that prayer because what it does is it takes off all the pressure of having to know what to say and what to do and where to be and where to go. And, for a lot of my life, that was everything, the decisions of what am I going to say to so-and-so. And in fact, for my life, a lot of my life, I even had a pseudo name. I had a different persona just to be kind of like whatever you wanted me to be. Letting go of all of that. Letting go of all the should be and gotta be and the masks and the what have you. And realizing that there's this wonderful energy that the world is all created from is actually the energy that we are created from. And that is not out there, not some book or magazine that's going to give me the answers. Although, all right, I know we're reading from a book, but hold on to that thought for just a second. This energy, it's almost like a higher realm, and not just the dense energy of a body and a book and a cup of coffee, which I have mine right here. This higher energy is of a spirit realm. And when I tap into that, there's a whole difference in the way I go about my day. It's like I'm being guided in a good way, not like an auto robot, but guided in a way where my decisions are true and honest and easy and pure, and they lead to joy. It used to be when I was feeling unhappy, usually the decisions were made from what we would call ego. So, this leads us to the lesson. It has to do with what we find to be meaningful, unmeaningful, real, unreal. Like I said in the first lesson, and we'll be repeating this throughout the year, the workbook is what we'll be studying. And the workbook contains 365 lessons, ergo, one for each day of the year. We're on lesson number 2. All right, so let me read that one. I have given everything I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place, all the meaning it has for me. The exercises with this idea are the same as those for the first one. Begin with the things that are near you and apply the idea to whatever your glance rests on. Then increase the range outward. Turn your head so that you include whatever is to either side. If possible, turn around and apply the idea to what was behind you. Oh, my bears don't mean anything. Do not concentrate on anything in particular, and do not attempt to include everything in your area, or you will introduce strain. Merely glance easily and fairly quickly around you, trying to avoid selection by size, brightness, color, material, or relative importance to you. Take the subjects simply as you see them. Try to apply the exercise with equal ease to a body or a button, a fly or a floor, an arm or an apple. The sole criterion for applying the idea to anything is merely that your eyes have lighted on it. Make no attempt to include anything particular, but be sure that nothing is specifically excluded. And that's what the lesson says. Now, I did have a little fun with that when I turned my head and said, see what's behind you. Well, how could I miss it? The first thing that I saw was my bears. I love my bears. But then the lesson said, they mean nothing. I have given it all the meaning that they have. If I were an alien just being plopped down from some planet, and I were sitting here, and someone told me to turn around and look at that, I might not know what that was. But because I am who I am, I'm Deborah, and I bought those bears, and I've hugged them and loved them and cried with them, I know what they mean to me. But if I didn't know what they were, they would have no meaning. Therefore, I've given these guys all the meaning that they have. This lesson is teaching us about our thoughts and how we give meaning to everything in our world. Everything has the meaning that we give it. When you do this exercise, whatever your eye lights on, tell yourself that you have given it that meaning. And it's interesting that what your eye does light on is what the ego draws to it, depending upon size, color, and importance in your mind. So, even though I said that, don't let that stop you from being indiscriminate. Just let it wander and do it a minute in the morning and a minute in the evening. And then let it go, knowing that you have done your part in the beginning of this wonderful journey of the undoing of the ego little corner of your mind that has a great deal of ruling the decisions in your life. It's been fun being with you today. I hope you had a good time with this little exercise. Be with it, and if you can, take a look at the text in the book, at the Course in Miracles. If not, take it as you wish. No guilt, no worries. It is all in due time. Thank you for being here, and I say honestly, it's been an honor to be with you. This lesson is a part of our journey together, and from my heart to your heart, much love and blessings.